Hello there everybody, this is Alex from Hardcoin Guides, bringing my guide for Cultic Chapter 1 on Extreme Difficulty. Today we're doing Mission 3, which is titled The Mine Town, I think it was. I believe, correct? I don't know, I just looked it up and I just forgot what it was called. But anyway, I actually got this one to be shorter somehow. Usually these are about like 30 minutes, but this one's about 20. And also, in recent news, I did finish recording all the Cultic episodes. Just as I had planned. I figured I would be able to beat it on Extreme, and I did. So, here we are. This level is going to start off with an introduction of a new enemy type. For those that are familiar, of course, with the way this game works. Granted, you know, if you're watching a guide to this, you either have played it already and need help, or you just want to see somebody play the game, and you just want to see them playing it hard. But yeah, this introduces the zombies. Zombies have a really weird attack thing that they do, in which they just never seem to do a lot of damage individually, but you know, as a group, they can do a bit of damage. As you see there, like, yeah, they're getting a few hits and I'm taking damage, but notice how my armor isn't really going down nearly as much as it probably would normally. And that's probably just because, like, I don't think they do damage to your armor as much as, if at all, really. But my tip and advice for this is, yeah, hitting them in a group and hitting the fire is good, but there's just too many of them to the point where, like, getting that fire is kind of hard. Like, it doesn't spread as much as I want it to. And earlier, as you saw, I picked up that lantern, and I just, you know, carry that with me to toss it. Just jump on the truck for the very beginning part of it. And, okay, I didn't throw the lantern yet, but I will eventually. You know, jump on the truck, you know, because there's going to be one that spawns near the tree where you picked up the crank, and there's going to be one that spawns, like, right in front of it. And just jump on top of the tree, wait for them to kind of, like, get grouped up, and then, you know, if you want, blast them with an AoE, like a TNT or a Molotov. But usually I just like to use the pistol just to go for the headshots and just get them cleaned out. Which, luckily, usually every time they die, they give you just enough health to where it kind of makes up for, like, the amount of attacks you're going to be basically taking. Another weapon that works wonders, actually, is the shotgun. I recommend also using the shotgun for this. Usually because it just, you know, it just one-shots them and just downs them. This area is quite a bit of a maze, but if you kind of like just follow to where like the fire seems to be at and just kind of like retrace your steps, you should be able to figure it out. You only need like two parts. You just need the crank and the cog, so. But I do end up getting lost later on, which does happen. And another thing too is like these guys are not infinitely spawning, by the way. There is a limited number of zombies that will appear, and typically how it seems to work is they seem to be spawning in like a specific group of like, I don't know, like 10, 15 of them probably, something like that. So like, you know, here's this area, right? Well, the zombies that are going to come later, they're not going to come around to this part of it. So if you happen to get into an area with zombies, you might as well just take out that area that you're in right now and then move on to the next. So that way you don't get too overwhelmed by the continual amount of other zombies that might show up. So I think the other ones are probably already spawned in, but I don't think they are going to come after you if you're in a completely different area anyway. So, yeah. Zombies are kind of fun sometimes. They're only really bad in this level only because of the fact that, like, there's so many of them. I mean, yeah, you could say, like, well, they get much more aggressive. Like, you know, they have a lot more better places they can, you know, kill you at in, like, later levels and stuff. And, yeah, I could see that, but I don't know. I feel like this is where the turning point of zombies being hard just kind of starts and ends. It's just like once you get past this bridge, from here on out, zombies are relatively simple enough to deal with. They just become more annoying later, but nothing I would say too hard. Also, yeah, I recommend using the shotgun. Don't really waste your pistol ammo like I'm doing. Just if you got shotgun shells, then use it. But there is another thing you can do. If you don't have any bullets and you have just plenty enough of, let's say, hatchet ammo, just, you know, a mouse wheel click and just get that thing to throw. Because the mouse wheel does actually make it to where your hatchet will throw automatically without having to actually use the right mouse button to charge up and throw it. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, if you just throw a hatchet like right at their head, it usually gets you a pretty good insta-kill. Even if they know you're there, it usually goes for a nice, good, clean headshot, which is very nice to have. So, Coming up, we're gonna go find our first secret. We're gonna have like a bunch of zombies just kind of like around this area. This specific, I guess you could call it a full area. Here's our first secret, I think. I think that's the first one. It's right next to this big old building. Just make sure you use this big building as a landmark for the secrets. That's what I do. There is actually a secret across the river, and we'll get to that in a second. But, this area is kind of like, not really flooded with zombies, but they're just kind of just around. Also, you can't shoot through the glass. The glass here is just not breakable. And by the way, it looks like, yeah, you can throw TNT just at the right curvature of your throw to be able to get these guys. And, you know, once they start grouping up like that, you just, you know, toss down a Molotov. Also, fun thing, foreshadowing, a little bit of foreshadowing. The zombies jumping that high to attack you is something an enemy can do later on, too. So, yeah. Yeah, they have jump and they have reach. But, like I said, they don't do enough damage to really warrant too much fear. Unless they just group up and become like a big group, which is a really cool idea for an enemy type. That way it's not too overwhelming in terms of damage, but it's just enough to where like you don't want to be surrounded by zombies, which I think is a really cool idea, honestly. Back here, I don't think this is a secret. I'm not sure. I don't think so. Because usually the secrets are sometimes even hidden in like the back of like, you know, semis and stuff. And I don't know if I would ever consider those a secret if they're just kind of slightly out in the open, but I'm not the deciding factor in that one. What do I get this time? Faster reload for the shotgun, it looks like, I think. So, nice. Also, the way I routed my weapons is, well, it turned out to be pretty good. Also, if you come in here, just charge up your hatchet, just kill this guy. The way I routed my weapons in terms of weapon upgrades, I don't think you can get everything upgraded in one playthrough, which is unfortunate, but no, it is what it is. I mostly went for damage and reload, and just speed. I eventually get the speed, not reload, but the speed, the lever, you know, like you can basically just shoot your shot faster. I don't worry about upgrading the Sten, because basically it uses pistol ammo, and I don't really want to just bother with it. Because I already have like the pistol that is relatively a good weapon and does decent damage. So what's the point of upgrading the Sten damage when I'm just going to use the pistol? Like, yeah, it carries about 50 bullets. Like, I get the idea. You know, either upgrade the Sten or upgrade the pistol, one or the other. But I'd recommend just going for at least one of them, really. Because if they take up the same ammo, you might as well just use one that has that already. Also, when it comes to these little areas here, you can just, you know, sometimes like on top of the buildings, there's going to be a chimney you can go through. And sometimes, sometimes you just break glass. So, I don't know what I was doing here. I kind of thought the fireplace was safe enough. It was at one point, but yeah, I was being dumb. I should have just kept up my shotgun, but I didn't. But yeah, if you need help with the final boss, I would definitely recommend getting like as much like damaging weapons as you potentially can. Just go for like mostly damage and reload, or not just anything speed related. That's what you really need, and then everything else is kind of just fluff that you can play with. As I eventually do get the knockback upgrade for the shotgun. I think I fully upgrade the shotgun, and I don't fully upgrade the pistol this round. This game, the burst all fire is nice, but it's cool. I like it a lot. I really do. But I didn't see that much use of it besides just having a faster shot. Pretty much, that's basically what it does. It just shoots faster, technically. Because you're shooting 3 shots at once, basically, so it kind of does. But yeah, there's going to be a few zombies in here. You know, light them up. But every time I get in this little, like this locker area, basically just this bathroom, whatever, building, I usually get like 2 different thoughts. The first, I see these lockers. The first thing I think is Silent Hill 1 with the cat in the locker, and then the second thing I think of is Postal 2, when you go to the jail. Yeah, here's a nice little secret right here that's kind of a little bit hard to see, but once you come down here to the bottom of this river, just crouch jump into there and you should be alright. It's hard to see because like you have to like, you know, crouch to be able to get in and get it. So, yeah. Also, this is just a me thing, but oh god, it's gonna take forever. I'm right now exporting episode 7 as we speak on my other computer. I'm trying to like edit like on 2 different computers at once, mainly because like I need to edit this one and get it like exported because it's too big of a video file. It's only like 30 minutes, but for some reason it's like 1 gig bigger than what my USB can handle. And I only have just like I only have like I think like a 14 gig, a 2 gig, and like 128 gig. And you probably thinking like, well, 128 gig, that's plenty enough. Yeah, but like I use it for my Wii U mainly, and not only that, but I don't trust my old computer with any of these USB devices because usually when I bring them over from one computer to the other, typically I need to repair the USB. It hasn't completely broken a USB yet, but I'm worried that one day it's going to, and I don't want to deal with that. Yeah, you didn't have to go to the gym. You just break the glass and just go in there and you'll be alright. That's just my bad. Yeah, just yeah, like you know, I'm just being dumb when it comes to editing stuff, but that's fine. I still get the job done. Yeah, you gotta listen to my old ass computer fan, but I'm looking into trying to get like a better editing software for my new computer. I need to go buy one eventually and just get something nice. I did go looking around at Best Buy and I found one that was like $50. I just need something that has the ability of importing audio from me and being able to import like just video and being able to do pretty much, you know, anything like an actual relatively good professional video editor can do for the most part. So yeah, or I can always just see if I can try to find like a higher end version of Sony and just grab that. I might have to buy it online though, but I can check Amazon later, I guess. It's funny too, because like a part of me doesn't really like. For a while there, I was like, I don't really need to go get a video editor because like I don't really do videos anymore. But then I came back, and now it's like, well, you know, it's nice to have it than not, right? Also, here's our next secret. Get some weapon parts. I don't think you can hit these guys from here. I don't even think I'd try. I got the mindset that I was like, wait a minute. Oh, that's cool. It just broke. The video broke over there. That sucks. I'm gonna have to do something about that then. It literally told me that there's not enough space on my computer at all. Like, okay. Hang on. I have like I think 80 gigs left on my computer. What the fuck are you? Are you exporting a video that's kind of like a few minutes shorter and making it bigger than what it was before? That's stupid. But I was exporting in like 1080. That's probably why. Because I'm not sure exactly what I had this at. For Cultic, I mean, I don't know exactly if it's 1080 or 720. I don't know. I'm dumb. Just ignore me. So for this little area, I recommend just using like cluster TNT. Just throw a couple of TNTs in there and blow them up, because you know having to waste bullets on them does suck. It does happen, and it's very unfortunate that it happens, but that's just the way it is. Also, we're gonna have a mini boss coming up. Just spoiler alert. So once you grab the silver key, there's gonna be a secret to your right. You're gonna need TNT for this, so make sure you always have at least 1, maybe 2 TNT in your inventory, just in case, you know. Especially if you know the level layout. And you're going to get a nice health upgrade. Hell yeah. Yeah, now it's exporting faster. Look at that. That's crazy. So when it comes to mini-bosses, basically these giant big guys, he failed to break the other box, which sometimes they get stuck on, which is funny. The shotgun does do a pretty good job. I personally don't recommend using the double shot. I recommend just shooting him one shot to one shot and just having the normal reload and not worrying about it. They don't have a lot of health, at least these first mini-boss guys. Also, when you come up here, there's going to be 2 guys, one to your left and one to your right. They're just going to be axe guys. So just whip out your pistol and just poke your head out and shoot him when you see his head. There you go. Boom. Dead. And we're going to head on to the next area. So, when it comes to like mini-boss guys, there is something you can do, and it's fire. Fire works absolute wonders when it comes to enemies in this game. But the thing is, sometimes they don't always catch on fire, and in order to get them to catch on fire, you know, you should throw at least a couple of Molotovs, like more than just one. It takes a good chunk of Molotovs to kill him. All right, this next part, this is gonna be fun. Shoot the TNT barrel, the explosive barrel first. That way you get the shotgunner to the right. You see that little white spot right there? Yeah, that's the ghost. You want to shoot that after you shoot the pistol guy. If you follow my order of like where I'm shooting and how I'm shooting, and make sure you have lever bullets for this too. Pistol works, I mean, fine enough, but yeah. Once you clean out those guys, come over here to the left, and you're gonna see a couple of shotgunners. Use your shotgun just to take them out and hide behind the cover. The harvester will come behind you. Just ignore him for, you know, just for a few seconds. Come up behind this guy, get a nice good chop or shotgun blast. Just kill him, and you know, keep out your shotgun. Make sure you have enough shells for this, and just waste down the harvester like you normally do. However you see fit, of course. You know, maybe hatchet only. I don't know. I'm curious to see if anybody's going to do a hatchet only run of this game. That's going to be interesting to see. I guess I killed him. That was fast. Also, over here is another secret. You're going to need TNT for this. So just press Z and shoot it, or just light it and blow it up. And right now, I'm just, you know, checking the area and just getting rid of a few guys. There's going to be a couple guys over here. The barrel doesn't really do anything. Like, you don't have enough... It doesn't have enough AoE or splash damage to really kill anybody. And there's only like 3 guys over there. Also, when the music picks up here, it just rocks. Oh yeah, you want to for this next little spot, this is not important. This is just something I want to show off. This is not part of the secret. The secret is this. That's your secret. But there is actually a fun little Easter egg over here that you can do, where you just jump on top of this barrel, and if you got just enough height. Sometimes I get it just right, and sometimes I flub it up, and it happens. But if you can get it just right enough to where you can jump off it, like get it standing at least like an inch taller, come back here and you find a little Easter egg. So, yeah, no eggs, I guess. Cool, huh? There's something to show off. Just fun little things. All right. You're going to want to follow this order here because this is going to be pretty devastating. So, if you see a speck, like a red little speck up here, you know, take your lever out and shoot him. And then there's going to be a ghost that is... The ghosts are kind of random where they're going to go for the most part, it seems. I don't ever feel like they ever move where they're going to go. I don't know for sure. I just feel like they never go exactly the same way I want them to every time. But if you see the ghost pop up, shoot him. So you're going to want to take out those first few guys first, and then after that you're going to want to shoot the explosive. It's going to kill like at least one of them, but it saves you ammo. So, you know, one pistol shot to blow up a TNT or a explosive barrel is just enough to, you know, warrant getting the explosive. So we're going to do some head glitching, basically, is what we're trying to do here, is just trying to find, yeah, I forgot about that guy, but you get some weapon bars down here if you come down this way. We're basically going to be using the cover to our advantage. We're going to be using, like, where our knowledge is in terms of where enemies are going to be at to our advantage to take them down. So you're going to have 2 guys that spawn up here. I was being kind of dumb and forgot about it, but if you just whip up the pistol or lever or whatever, and they don't seem to ever really move even when they're getting shot at. So this is a nice, easy spot just to take them out before you have to go upstairs and get basically butt blasted by a couple of these assholes. Once you see that blood splatter, that's when you know for a fact that you've killed whatever you killed. That's usually a good sign of it. There will be a guy to the right, an assault rifle guy. Wipe him out, but just, you know, use this track thing here to kind of like put cover between you and him. And then, you know, you're going to look to the right of these stairs. But yeah, music stopped, so there you go. Alright, we took out those guys. And I'm going to use TNT to throw down this little, like, conveyor belt thing. Just so I can, you know, see if I can get a nice, easy hit on these guys that are coming up toward me. And then after that, that's basically the end of the level. Yeah, I killed them all, and that's it for this level. So I guess I'll see you guys in Mission 4. And as always, take care, everybody.